to Surviving Me, the space where healing meets honesty and where we slow down long enough to listen to the signs life put right in front of us. Today, we are doing another angel number episode. If you haven't, you might want to go check the first angel number episode that we did do, because this is a new segment that we're hopping into. And this is our second segment for the angel number episode. And today's angel number is 1414. It's a message about possibilities and stability and the power of building from the ground up, in which come on, y'all. A lot of us know that, especially if you came from the gutter like me, or if you came from the hood like me, then you know all about this. Card didn't just show up, it was pulled for a reason. So if you're hearing this, trust that it is meant for you in this exact season of your life. And let's jump right on into segment 1. Segment 1 is, of course, what is 1414, what it means. Angel number 1414 whispers about building foundations that don't shake when life does. It's a reminder that you're not starting from scratch, you're starting from experience. The universe is asking you to rebuild with clarity, intention, and belief. 1414 shows up when you've been praying, hoping, or quietly wishing for something to shift, but maybe you don't feel grounded enough to hold what you're asking for. The number is the universe saying stability is forming beneath you. Now, let the possibilities come in. So basically, to break that down into layman's term, as we like to say, you know how when you could be wanting something, like, oh, you could be praying for something, like, oh, I want this to happen, I've been putting in the work for this, I expect this to happen, yada yada yada. But you know, internally, deep down, you may feel like you're not really ready to do that. For me, if I could give an example, it would have to be the fact that, like, mama, don't clown me, but mama still don't have her license. And honestly, I was never really like in a rush to get my license, because I don't know, I truly just had like this mindset of I'm gonna be a passenger princess forever. I know how that may sound. So like I said, don't clown me in the comments or whatever. But like, I don't know, I just really felt like I was going to be a passenger princess. But you know, life have a funny way of showing you that what you may have thought was going to be your outcome is truly not your outcome. And then I moved to a state where, like, baby, you need to learn how to drive out here. Like, coming from Philly, then coming to Arizona is totally different. Like, in Philly, you could catch the bus all your life if you really wanted to. You really don't have to drive if you don't want to. Whereas in Arizona, it's like, baby, we do have a bus system, but I'm telling you, it's nothing like Philly. And to get to places, you need to have a car, okay? It is best that you drive out here, because everywhere is far. So I said all that to say is because even though I be saying to myself, like, oh, I'm ready to get that license, yada yada yada, a part of me still feel like, baby, maybe I'm not. And this card is basically showing you, like, you are ready. Stability is happening. You're ready. Let those possibilities come in. Let all those possibilities that come with whatever you're holding back, or not really feeling like you need to take. You want to take that step, but maybe you just feel scared to take it. This card is basically telling you to take that step, because even though you're scared, the possibilities that come from you taking this step is endless. Is basically what the card is saying. So jumping right into segment 2, which is the angel whisper message. So here's the exact message that is tied to the card, which states, building strong foundation creates stability and welcomes in possibilities. All possibilities exist and are amplified when gratitude is felt for the foundations that are in place. Now let that land. This isn't about rushing. This isn't about overthinking or forcing things to happen faster. This is about recognizing that where you're standing right now, even if it's not perfect, even if it's still healing, is stronger than anything you stood on before. And that right there, baby, don't be taking that as something lightly, like, okay, I'm not where I want to be, but at least I'm not there. Like, no, give yourself a pat on the back, baby, because, like, you knew what it took for you to get to that place. So don't take it as something that's like, oh, it's not that big of a deal, because it is. Everything is a big of a deal. Anytime you elevate from one moment to another moment, it will always be a big deal. So, and because of that, like I said, you are now able to receive more, to imagine more, to expect more, and there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, a lot of people like to say that, oh, if you expect more, then that means that you're not grateful for what you have. And baby, let's stop that, because that's not what that means at all. Like, baby, I could be super uber duper grateful for everything I have right now, but does that mean that I don't want more? Hell no, I still want that. I'm grateful for that. I'm glad I have that, and I'm glad I could do this. But baby, mommy still want more. I'm always want more, because baby, this world is endless. You should always want more. Jumping right into segment 3, which is the inner work, which is the heart of the episode. So 1414 challenged you to look at 2 things. One, which is, what foundation are you building on? Are you building on fear or faith, or survival or stability, past patterns or present growth? This number is a clean slate, a divine reset, a moment where you check in with yourself and ask, what kind of life am I preparing to hold? Exactly that. Because you cannot call in big blessings with shaky foundations. It'll never work. Just like, oh my God, if you know that movie where they was on that bus and it was like a whole little bomb and whatever, and the girl told the guy, she was like, oh, relationships never last when they're built on like chaos or whatever. She didn't say exactly that, but it was basically something along those lines. And honestly, she cannot be more correct. Relationships never last when it's built on chaos. You cannot call in big blessings with a shaky foundation. And spirit is saying you grown enough to pour concrete now. Not temporary fixes, not emotional shortcuts, real foundation. I said it was 2 challenges that this card is asking you to look at. That was the first one. The second one is, are you open to the possibilities you say you want? Yeah, we get deep over here, but let's jump into it. It's one thing to want love. It's another thing to believe you deserve a love that won't break you. It's one thing to want a new life. It's another thing to step into it without dragging the old version of you along. 1414 asks you to expand your belief. Stop limiting what you think you can have based on what you already lived through. Because possibilities don't show up when life is perfect. No. If you really think about it, they never do. They show up when you finally stop settling, which we all need to do. So jumping right into segment 4, which is what this means for your life right now. If 1414 is coming to you, something stable is forming emotionally, financially, spiritually, baby. That just made oh my God, I don't know about you, but if that gave you chills like it gave me chills, then baby, that means we in the same space. Hey, twin. Because baby, that gave me chills for all I can't even get into it, because if I get into it, that's a whole other episode. And moving on. And it also shows a new path is opening. Even if you can't see all the details yet, a new path is coming your way. You're being pushed to trust the process more than the timeline. And you're being guided to shift from fear-based decisions to foundation-based decisions. And 1414 asks you to show gratitude for what you already have. Of course, always. And not because it's everything you want, but because it's preparing you for everything you ask for. Gratitude strengthens foundations. Foundation strengthens possibilities, and possibilities strengthens manifestation. It is all connected. Don't let that go over your head. Jumping right into segment 5, which of course is the affirmations. I got to give you some affirmation. So now let's take a deep breath and let's receive this. So we going to say, I am grateful for all that is and all that will be. I trust in the possibilities of what I desire or something greater. Say that again. Let it move through you. Let it stretch your mindset. Let it soften your doubt, because something greater is on the way. And 1414 is just confirmation of that. Don't take it lightly and don't let it go over your head. Jumping right into the outro, which is, if this message spoke to you today, trust that it is meant for you. Angel number 1414 is your reminder that your life is expanding, baby. Yeah, and it may get a little scary, but step anyway. It's not collapsing, and that is the universe is building something with you, not against you. As always, thank you for listening to Surviving Me. Make sure you're subscribed, leave a rating, and share this episode with someone who needs a reminder that possibilities still exist. Because I know the current world that we living in right now, it may feel like, baby, what the hell is going on? Like, what the helly? If you feel that way 90% of the time, trust me, I'm with you. But even still, that even though the world is a little shaky right now and we got a crazy ass president, that's okay, because possibilities, they still exist, okay? And remember, you're not just arriving, you're building a version of you that finally gets to live. And no matter what page of healing you're on, you're not alone and you're not behind. Keep going through it, keep growing through it, and keep glowing through it. See you next episode.
I've battled the silence, I've wrestled the shame, faced all my demons and called them by name. This ain't for sure, it's deeper than deep. I'm surviving.